your Star Wars Weekends host, a man with the freakish vocal range and free first names, James Arnold Taylor.
New look, what do you think? We're all okay? We good? Man, are we excited. How about that pre-show, huh? He'll be with us the rest of the show. I just want to knock on him over there. That's pretty great. Hey, this is day 1 of 5 weeks of Star Wars Weekends. Are we excited about that? Who's going to come back next week? All right. One thing you do not want to miss tonight. If you're only here today, please take the time and come back tonight for the Symphony of the Stars fireworks finale. It is not to be missed. John Williams music, fireworks exploding, and before that we've got a wonderful show where we summon the Force. So I need all of you there to summon the Force with me, all right? You'll be there? Fantastic. Well, my name is James Arnold Taylor. I'm your host of Star Wars Weekends, but I'm also a voice actor. So I get to actually come out of my little padded room and talk to you all here, because that's what I usually do, is I spend time there talking to myself. And people always ask when you're a voice actor, the big question is, have I heard you in anything? To which case I always say, I've been Jedis,
a Johnny,
and a Jack.
That's Captain Jack Sparrow.
A mouse, a dog, and a cat. I've been a caveman, a leader, a mini-me too. On Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm Cosmo and Yondu. The video game's on Ratchet, it's true, but now it's a movie coming to theaters near you. I'm Teens, Spider-Man, Super, Magneto, Gigi, Prince Charming, Cowabunga, there's Leo.
the millions are me.
And the Transformer 2.
I voice them in games. That's very fun to do. But sometimes celebrities can't provide their own voice. So I step in and give them a chance, like Christopher Lloyd, or Jay Baruchel,
Andre the Giant.
or Chris Walken Cowbell. Wow.
Yeah!
There's more like that stuff that you hear at the end of the show when the credits are near. It's Sunday, Monday, 7:30, 6:30 Central on Fox. In closing, I'm also that voice that comes on that speaks very fast, first he's there, and then he's gone. Offer expires from Mr. Dixie Store for details. That is on the Q, that's for the required member PIC. Use only his director. Yes, it's all a part of the crazy VO that makes up the life of a voiceover Joe. I love being in that little padded room doing all those voices. It's my destiny. It's my density. And I have a show here, right back in this theater, 7 o'clock tonight. It's called Obi-Wan and Beyond. Anybody seen it before? If you've seen it before, you're in for a treat because it's all lots of new stuff. It's got a new look, and you're going to be really enjoying it, I hope, because I'm going to do about 200 different voices. Tell you about my life as a voice actor. I hope it's entertaining, inspiring, and fun, and I hope you come back 7 o'clock right here, Theater of the Stars. Okay, right now, though, I sense the force is very strong here, yes? Do you feel it? I've got my red on because, you know, the Emperor is here. This is exciting. First time ever to Star Wars Weekends. Ian McDiarmid is here. We're going to bring him out in a second. You're excited about that, I know. And then we have a Jedi to balance things out, because you can't just have all the dark side there. We have Amy Allen here, Ayala Secura. This is fantastic, right? But before we go on, there's a couple other people that wanted to say a little something to you, so take a look at the screens.
We are very sorry that we couldn't be with you here for Star Wars Weekend.
We're right in the middle of finishing the movie.
Not in the middle. I mean, we're getting there.
Okay, yes, he's sort of close to being done. No, you're not.
No, that's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, obviously we can't be there with you, but we wish we could.
And have a great time, and hopefully next time at Star Wars Weekend.
And may the Force be with you.
Indeed.
All right. They're working on a movie? Is there a movie I'm missing here? What is it? Are we excited about that?
Yeah!
Man, I am excited right now to bring out my first guest because she is, again, a Jedi. She is a fighter. She has a great story. She's a lot of fun. And let's take a look at this screen before we bring her out.
We will not be hostages to be bartered, Dooku.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Amy Allen! Look at all these people here to see you. Come on. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you so much.
We're going to have fun. You have been to Star Wars weekends before, correct?
I have, yes.
3 or 4 times before. Do you know?
Yeah, I can't remember.
One of the
This is
two,
my
right?
third or my fourth,
And,
yeah.
But we have never been together.
No.
So this is exciting.
This is exciting.
This is
This is
pretty
our
good.
first time.
And look at all that. Look at your homeland there.
Yes.
That's pretty good, right?
Yep.
That's nice.
Well, it was.
It was, yes. Oh, no, you went there. Okay. Ever since older 66. Yes. Well, so now tell me about this, because you were an actress and then also working in production and effects and all behind the scenes stuff, and then you got kind of pulled back. Every time you think you're out, they pull you back in, right?
Yeah.
So how did you come about working in the world of Star Wars? How did it all begin?
Well, I graduated college in San Francisco, and I was fortunate enough to get a job at Industrial Light and Magic. It was my first job. I was a PA.
Wow.
I was a PA on Star Wars. Episode 2 had just finished filming in Sydney. Came back to do a lot of posts at ILM.
Right.
So this was sort of towards the end of the movie. George Lucas decided, or he saw this comic book cover and liked the...
Yeah, now that is fantastic, because this Jedi, now here's a bit of history for you all. This is the first Jedi, the first character, I should say, ever from the EU. Now for those of you that don't know, you got the EU, right?
Yes.
And the EU stands for Extended Universe. So the Extended Universe falls outside of the canon universe that George created. This is the first character from the EU to ever make it into canon, and George was one that chose this character.
Crossed over.
Based
Yes.
on these comic books.
Yes.
And really cool stuff.
Yes, yes.
And the crazy thing is you both look alike. I mean, that just was... Now, how did that all come about? I mean, it's like... and some of them, because it's stuff that is even before...
I think there was a similarity before.
Yeah, there was a similarity.
And then after, so he decided to add this character, and somebody at work suggested I do it, and then
Yeah.
we sent him up some pictures, and he said yes, okay, and then it sort of all evolved from there.
So how does that happen? I mean, like, you get that call, and you're like, you're
It's
going
kinda
to be
weird.
in Star Wars, because you've
Right.
been working on Star Wars.
Yes.
Now you're going to be in it.
Yeah, as a production assistant, so
Yeah.
I'm running around and I'm,
And now you're being painted blue.
getting coffees, and I'm doing, learning the ropes at that point in my life. And then,
Absolutely.
yeah.
But then, so the makeup...
And that happened. It was
Yeah. And so you have makeup, do you have to get like the face molds and everything too, or is it just
did.
for all of that?
We did all my hair and a skull cap.
Okay.
And then we did the headpiece over, and then make up my face, arms, and chest.
And then they like spray the blue all over you there?
They did for episode 3. For this is episode 2. We did hand paint application.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. So how many hours a day was that?
It's about 4.5.
And do you take a nap like a lot of people do?
No.
No?
Are you kidding?
And do you like talk to them all the time?
Yeah, it's like Star Wars.
Yeah, of
I'm so
course.
excited that you're there.
What else are you gonna do? No,
Yeah.
exactly. So when you saw yourself for the first time in the film, was this like some people don't like to see themselves. Some people go, oh, that's very cool, or I could be different. How were you? Were you like, I'm in Star Wars?
I mean, it's pretty surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. And I think that this character, it's brief, I have a brief sort of time, but she
Yeah.
seems to really resonate with a lot of people, a lot of girls.
A lot of the ladies love her, yes?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
and then there's
Which is
different
so
ways.
cool.
I don't know if everybody knows this, but George was always great, especially when we did Clone Wars. If some people pronounce different things, like they were talking about Hans,
Right.
and different ways of pronouncing. So Ayla, how do you say her?
I say Ayla Secura.
Ayla Secura.
Yes.
That's the way I'm going to say it from
Yeah.
now on.
But I've heard,
Ayla
I've heard
Secura.
different
Yeah,
variations.
and you're not offended by it. You're not
No.
offended. No, okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, because it's one of those things. And George always gave everybody the freedom because he says that's more real. In real life, have different people pronounce things differently. So fantastic stuff. Okay, so you're quite the Star Wars fan. You know all sorts of things. So I thought I'd put you to the test. She's laughing. She's like, "Oh, don't do this to me, James, please."
Okay.
We have a little game. Can we play a game? Let's roll a little thing here. Let's play a game.
It's time to spin the Vader TIE Fighter.
Spin the Vader TIE Fighter. Wait a second. Look at that. So we got the TIE Fighter. Can you all see that? So the way it's going to work, Amy, is you're going to spin Vader, and wherever his head, the top of his head lands on one of the movies. See, you got all 6 of the movies.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you a question in regard to that movie. Okay, so go ahead and give it.
It's time to spin the Vader TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
Spin again.
He landed on nothing.
One more
All
spin.
right, calm down. Hang on. No, you don't need to do that every time we spin it.
Okay, spin it.
Okay. Spin it? Okay. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh yeah, that was good. Okay, what do you got? Oh, Revenge of the Sith. That's perfect because we have a question for Return of the Jedi. That was excellent.
Well done.
Okay, Return of the Jedi. So let's take a look at the question here. Let's see how you do. Okay, what did hibernation sickness give to Han? Temporary amnesia, A. B. Temporary blindness. Or C. Temporary relief from C-3PO. I'm sorry. Which one? I think it was
B. A.
A. Which one was it?
A.
A. Okay, good. See, I can't fool her. Was she right? Blindness? It's blindness.
It was D.
I was trying to help you, but Okay, give it a spin again. Try it again. All right, there she goes.
What?
Okay, that's good. Empire Strikes Back. Isn't that the one that we have? Empire Strikes Back. What is it? Oh, it's Attack of the Clones. Great job, Amy. It's slow sometimes because then it spins back around and still going. No whammies. Okay. And let's take a look at your question here.
Oh no.
What is manufactured on the planet Camino? A. Battle droids. B. The clone army. Or C. The El Camino. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Those guys pull up at an In-N-Out burger or something next to there. Huh? All right, look at that. That's pretty great. So which one do you think it is? You think it's C? B.
I'm gonna go with B.
B. Okay. She's doing great. Isn't she doing great?
Yeah.
Man, one more. Give her one more. Oh, please.
What?
Please land on the Phantom Menace. Okay. Oh, Phantom Menace!
That's a hard thing to spin.
Okay, final question. You're doing great. Let's take a look. Watto was unaffected by Jedi mind tricks because he was trained in the ways of the Jedi. B. Toydarians are resistant to it. Or C. He bought Darth Sidious's DVD set How to Avoid Jedi Mind Tricks and Improving Planetary Systems in 1960. There it is. It is your destiny to buy my series. Okay, I think it was C. Which one?
B.
B. Is it B? Oh!
Thank you.
They were all B. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Amy Allen.
man.
You did fantastic. Come on, you were fantastic. You stay there, my dear. You stay there. I'm getting up because we have Star Wars royalty coming out.
Yes.
Pretty good stuff. Ooh, are you excited?
Yeah!
I hope he doesn't get mad at me about that DVD set thing there. He is the emperor of the universe. What else can I say except take a look at the screen.
And you, young Skywalker, we will watch your career with great interest. Are you going to kill me?
No, you will not!
Excellent. Order 66.
Soon I will have a new apprentice.
Rise, my friend. You will be destroyed.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on, Ian McDiarmid!
Greetings from the dark side.
I'm so sorry. It must have been something I had for lunch. Like an Ewok. How you doing?
Sorry, Ian, how are you? Please, you know Amy? Come on in, sit down, make yourself comfortable. Oh my goodness. This is fun. This is fun having you here. This is your first Star Wars weekends.
It is. It's the first time I've been to Disneyland, Disney World.
Wow. And you, he was on Star Tours earlier today.
I was.
Could you imagine? You're sitting next to the Emperor on Star Tours? Hey, this is a great...
There was a lot of shaking going on. I think that was the operator who spotted me in the third row.
Don't give the Emperor something to talk about.
Yoda came dangerously close, I thought.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. We are so appreciative of you taking the time. You'll be with us this first week, and we've got some wonderful things planned and fun stuff. But I just want to talk to you about this character that is... We shouldn't love this guy, but we do.
Do you? Where did I go wrong?
No, it's you. And it all started with a little thing said great nose, right?
Oh,
Does that mean something
yeah.
to you? Yeah. So if I say great nose, what does that mean to you?
Well, I got this job really by very good fortune, as you would guess. But it was a kind of stroke of luck, because they'd already cast the guy that they wanted in the part. They wanted the oldest man in the world, and they sort of found this wonderful actor who was pretty old. But unfortunately, he couldn't take the yellow contact lenses tests, so he decided he'd pass. And the casting director, Mary Selwyn, had seen me in a small theatre production, playing a character created by the great Sam Shepard. The character was called Henry Hackamore, but it was based really on Howard Hughes, and in his latter days. So here was I in a small theatre, very close to the audience, much closer than I am even to you in the front row, playing this old decaying person in a wig with long fingernails and so on. And Mary saw me there, and then suggested, I guess, because I've never actually asked him, to George that he should see me, because he was a guy who was in his 30s and could probably play old. So I got a call one morning from my agent. That was new for a start. It was fine. I didn't malign him. Never speak ill of the dead. Anyway, he called and said, "Good morning, Ian. George Lucas would like to see you." So of course I dropped the phone and I picked it up and so on. They said, and they're sending a car. And from the window of my apartment, I could see the car had already arrived. This was the way it was going to work out. So of course, so I got in it and I was driven to Elstree, I think it was, or was it Pinewood? No, it was Elstree. And they'd already started filming. And George and Richard Marquand, the director, as you all know, were there, and they came in to meet me in their lunch hour. And we chatted away about this and that, more this and that, really. And not at all about Star Wars, and they didn't ask me to read or what I'd done or anything like that. And then they said, well, great to meet you, and off I went. And as I turned in the door, George said, hey, great nose. So, I've done a few auditions in my life. They've gone, well or not well, but no one's ever said great nose. And I thought maybe this is some kind of code. Maybe it's a sort of Jedi expression or something that I can ask about. However, when I got home, I realized, that meant I got the part, because my agent had rung me immediately I got in, and he said, good news, you've got the part. And I said, well, yes, that's great, amazing, but all George Lucas said is great nose, so what is this part? And he leafed through his stuff and he said, well, he's called the Emperor of the Universe. So I said, well, I guess we'll be doing it then. And then later on, as you would all realize, the only part of my face you could see in the end was my actual nose. Everything else was rubber.
There are some great spots though too where it's lit just perfectly. Just
Yeah.
peeking
Well, you
out
can see
from-
George immediately seeing 300 shots, appear in his head. But then we went on, we did the scenes, and I lowered my voice a bit.
And that was another thing I wanted to talk to you about because, so this is for, of course, Return of the Jedi, but in Empire Strikes Back, the Emperor was in it, but it was, it was
That's
a
right.
hologram.
No,
It's very different.
it was. No one really knows. It's one of these great Star Wars secrets. You
Yeah.
maybe know. But the rumor was that it was an actress, an American actress, in a mask with a sort of chimpanzee imposed on her, and the voice of Clive Rebel, very fine actor. In fact, he was at Anaheim same time as I was.
That's right.
A few weeks back.
Yeah.
And so Richard Marquand gave me a tape, and he said, if you can get your voice near to Clive's, George might let you keep it. I said, keep it? It's my voice. He's not going to use he's using my nose and he's not using my voice. Anyway, I started off, once I saw the face, I thought that, Clive was great, but he didn't know what he was playing. He didn't know what the character looked like. Once I saw this sort of monstrous, reptilian, frog-like apparition, I thought, well, it's sort of got to be vocalized somewhere there.
Yeah.
And that he should sound, well, really, really repellent. And I'm about to say something that's quite repellent, and you haven't had your tea yet, so bear with me. But I thought he could, so to speak, almost on the edge of throwing up.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like that. But as you notice in Star Wars, there are a lot of people on the edge of throwing up. And they talk like that. So I thought I could do better than that and drop it down. And I knew a great Japanese actor who could get his voice from somewhere down in the pit of his stomach. So I tried to do that.
And does that come from a lot of theater? Because again, and we were talking about that, where you have to be able to project, because in theaters, when you're doing shows, there's no microphones. So
that's right.
You're trained more to pull it from other places then.
Yeah. So I suppose I got it from that. And as it was a movie and we did short scenes, I thought, well, I can probably sustain it for those breaks without losing it. Yeah. But now over the years, because I've done it a few times and I've practiced, I find it's sort of there when I call upon it.
It is a great voice, a great nose, a great man.
Yes.
And the makeup process, and Amy and I were talking about this.
Yeah.
You like this process, right?
I did. It was initially for Return of the Jedi, it was 4 hours in the morning, so I get up very early. It's not unusual for actors to get up early.
Yeah.
And I went in, and Nick Dudman, who was in charge of my face, except the nose, of course, he said, now Ian, the thing you can do for me and it'd be enormously helpful, please say if this is not okay, but you can just fall asleep. So I fell asleep every morning from about 4 a.m. And when I woke up, I screamed because you know the best.
What did they do? Yeah, that's not the best to wake up to. And the theater is your home, generally, when you're not doing films like this. So the difference, do you enjoy one better than the other, or do you just, when you're in it, you go, I'm doing a film, I'm just going to enjoy this as it is?
Yeah, it's, there are different forms, of course, as you know, and it's a familiar question that actors get, but it's the same thing. I'm sure Amy agrees. It comes from, comes from inside, mainly comes from the script and so on. But in the movies, of course, they're photographing what you're thinking, what you're doing, who you're listening to, and who you're contacting. And in the movies, I'm doing a bit of it now, even though I don't need to with the microphone, just because you're all there and you're sitting at the back. In the theatre, we project to you. We sort of transmit a little of what we're doing to you, because you're not with us in close-up. Although there are techniques common to both mediums.
And did you have fun, though? Because, like, when you do that, oh, you're so condescending in Return of the Jedi. I'm afraid the Force, it's nice and soft. Did you kind of enjoy that you got to do those soft moments?
Yes, when the camera's in close and you can really do that. And the thing about him, I discovered from the script, that all the words that let's take the word friend, for example, which we use, we've got friends and we use that in an affectionate way.
Sure.
And I decided the Emperor should do the opposite. Every time he mentioned friend, he really meant enemy. So that word had a particular sort of characterization, you know, friend. Rather than friend.
Hey, you know, we had a great time just a few weeks ago out in Anaheim, California at Star Wars Celebration. Was anybody with us at Celebration? Oh yeah, great time. And we had some, we have pictures of Ian and I on stage, right? We had a, oh yeah?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was one of my
very good. I was
favorite moments with you.
The force was with me then.
Yeah, any others? Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. Man, that was just because I asked the wrong question. That's why I'm treading lightly.
That's right. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
That's from Celebration 6 right there, and you actually were giving me a little lightning there. That's very kind of you.
But in
oh
nice.
yeah, look at that one there. Okay. Man. Oh, thank you. My mom is here.
Again.
So, you guys have been great, and I'm wondering, you know, if we could play a little something together. Is that all right if we do a little something together?
We have a choice.
You don't have a choice. Because now I'm in control. No, I can't do it with him. All right. I thought it'd be fun if we went inside the Akbar studio. What do you say?
It's a trap!
Oh! It's not. It's not. Okay, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you both some questions about Star Wars, and you just give me your response, your natural response to it. So, ladies first, if you don't mind, Emperor. Yes. Amy, what is your favorite Star Wars film?
Episode 2.
B.
B. B. Attack
Just kidding. Yes, okay. And Ian, do you have a favorite?
Well, you know, Revenge of the Sith for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh, yeah, got the revenge. What Star Wars sound do you love, Amy?
Star Wars sound?
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't love Chewbacca?
Chewbacca. Oh, do I have Chewbacca?
I don't know.
I think I don't know if do you guys have Chewbacca? I don't have Chewbacca. Chewbacca is great. We love Chewbacca. There he is. There he is.
Yeah.
Ian, do you have a favorite Star Wars sound?
Yeah, well, you can't conjure this up, I don't think. The transition from the voice of Hayden Christensen into the voice of James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the best piece of transitioning I've ever heard.
Okay, Star Wars sound that you dislike, Amy. Is there one that you dislike? You know, as a Jedi, probably.
Yes.
Execute.
The ones that, yes, that kill you.
Yeah. And Ian, does the Emperor have a sound that he dislikes?
Anything that an Ewok does.
Yeah.
Still, I'm sorry, James, I'm still smarting, you know, with all my evil and all my power to be defeated by a bunch of teddy bears.
Okay, you know, Warwick Davis will be here next weekend at Star Wars Weekend, so we'll have to, maybe you and I can pull a prank on him.
Well, I think we should. He's always pulling them on me.
Yes. Okay, favorite Star Wars word, Amy? You have a favorite Star Wars word?
Jedi.
Jedi.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, Ian?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Only you say it differently. Jedi.
Really guttural.
Keep practicing.
This is a good one. What character besides your own would you like to have been? Ian, let's start with you this
Well,
time.
everybody would like to be Jar Jar Binks, wouldn't they?
You took your answer.
I know. Took the words right out of my mouth.
There you are.
Amy, was there any other characters that you're like, oh?
You know, I'd say Ula, the original.
Yeah.
I always thought Femi, you know, she was just always.
Twilight.
There you go. There was another one.
Yeah.
Really Twilight. But yes, I love her.
Okay, and then finally, what character would you not like to be? Amy, we'll start with you. She's just gonna look at him.
You're getting on so well. We've had a very nice day together.
I'm kidding.
No, okay. Ian, is there...
Well, it's easy for me, and I believe he's coming to Disney World in a few weeks' time.
Oh.
In the guise of somebody called Frank Oz, who I work with in another incarnation. But of course, Yoda. Give me a break.
How would the Emperor say, because we never heard him say Yoda, but how would he say Yoda?
Yes, I don't know. He wouldn't deign to use his name, I don't think. Yoda.
Emphasis on the da.
Certainly not on the yo.
No, wow. Hey, we've had fun being inside the actor studio, but I think that...
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian McDiarmid! I think this is a perfect moment to do a selfie. Are you guys with me? You guys with me? Okay, you guys come over here. Okay.
It's a Star Wars selfie.
So we'll turn this way because we're gonna get all of you in. Okay, you guys gonna get in?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Ready? Say hi. We'll get this over here. Excellent. Let's hear it for him. Yeah. Okay. Now, Ian, you may not be aware, but we like to always kind of end the shows with a little combination of Disney and Star Wars. And really, the only person, the only one we could actually think that is a great combination of both is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Jedi Mickey! Hey, how are you?
James?
Hey, and our guest?
Careful.
Pleasure to see you here. Welcome back, Amy.
Oh, wow. Hey, okay, so Mickey is in his Mickey attire, so... Amy?
Thank you.
All right.
Oh boy.
No, it's okay. It's my color.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, that's pretty good. What do you think, Mickey? That's good. Hey, Mickey, would you mind helping us close the Stars of the Saga show? Would you?
Gosh, really? It would be my pleasure.
Oh, excellent. Okay, a little music, maestro. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C. See you real soon.
See you real soon.
K-Y. Why? Because we
Because we like you.